First one, fundamental particle. What are the fundamental particle of that atom? Now, proton, neutron, electron. These three are fundamental particle of atom. Now, other particle are unstable, like positron, antiproton, meson, neutrino. These particle are unstable. Atomic structure. First, you have to learn that the discovery of that all fundamental particle. So first we will learn cathode ray, how cathode ray generated, and mainly you have to remember the characteristics of cathode ray. To generate cathode ray, we need a discharge tube. Now discharge tube, see, sealed glass tube is a sealed glass tube. Inside that pressure is very low. Inside that glass tube, sealed glass tube, pressure is very low. Now we have to apply high potential difference between that two electrode. Now cathode anode, we know cathode, it attached to that negative end of that battery. Anode, it attached to that positive end of that battery. Okay, one cathode, that one anode. Okay, now what happens, see, that invisible radiation, when we apply that high potential difference, invisible radiation generated from that cathode and it travels to that anode. Now when we that go through that characteristics of cathode ray, then we discover that actually what is cathode ray? Now it is high speed electron. Now what are the characteristics of cathode ray? Now they travel in straight line with very high velocity perpendicular to the cathode surface towards the anode. Second characteristic, it composed of minute particle which has momentum. Now how will you know that it composed of particle and it has momentum? Now if we place a frictionless, weightless wheel in that path of that radiation, then what happened? That wheel start rotating. That will indicate the cathode ray contain particle. As it contain particle, now it has mass. So as it has mass, it has momentum mv. So due to that momentum, that will start rotating. Next characteristic, they produce heating effect. That means that will it get heated when bombarded by that cathode. They ionize the gas through which they passed. That means if that discharge tube, now you cannot generate vacuum inside that tube. Okay, very less amount of gas should be inside that gas tube. So that gas ionized by that cathode. If we put magnetic field or electric field, if we put magnetic field or electric field, then what happens? Deflection of that cathode ray takes place. Deflection of cathode ray takes place. That means it contains charged particle. Now it attracts towards positive field. That means cathode ray contain negatively charged particle as mass of electron. Mass of electron, let's see, 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg mass of electron. Now charge say 4.8 into 10 to the power minus 10 ESU, electrostatic unit, and in coulomb 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Increasing just so that opposite behavior. Okay, cathode ray generate from that cathode and it moves towards anode. Now anode JC, it travels opposite to that of that anode. That means it will travel towards cathode. It contains positively charged particle and it attract by negative field. All that opposite property of that cathode. Okay. Next things we have to learn Rutherford atomic model. Now in Rutherford atomic model, see, it based on alpha particle scattering experiment. It involved the bombardment of thin sheet of gold by alpha particle. This alpha particle obtained in the form of narrow beam by passing through a slit in the lead plate. A circular fluorescent screen coated with ZNS was plated around the foil to detect the deflection suffered by that alpha particle. Now setup is not important. Just we have to remember observation, conclusion, and based on that model, atomic model, Rutherford atomic model. In lead block, Rutherford to alpha emitter. That means a radioactive substance which emit alpha radical. What is alpha radical? Now see, alpha particle dipositive helium ion. Dipositive helium ion is alpha particle. Now to focus that radiation, it passed through a slit, very narrow slit. Now there you have to take that gold foil, very thin gold foil. Now see, there is ZNS3, which is photosensitive scheme. That means alpha particle is invisible. So how will detect that deflection? Now when it bombard to that ZNS zinc sulfide scheme, that place illuminate. Okay. So when any invisible radiation or particle strike to that ZNS coated screen, that place illuminate. So in that way we can detect the path of that radiation. Okay. Now, why very thin gold foil? Now, to get that mono layer of atom. Although we will not get that mono layer, but if the thickness is very less, then that layer of atom that also less, and you will get better observation. Now, what are the observation? First observation: most of the particle pass through that gold foil without any deflection. Now what is the conclusion? Which indicate most of the phase in atom is atom. Now if it not collide with any particle, then it will not deflect. Second observation, very few slightly deflect. Very few slightly deflect. That means deflect in small angle. Conclusion, now there is a positively charged center in that atom. Now when positively charged alpha particle move close to that positively charged repulsion, they deflect in small angle. There is a positively charged center and alpha particle also positively charged. So if alpha particle move close to that positively charged center, due to repulsion, it deflects in small angle. Now, third observation. Now, very few, 1 in 20,000, reback in its path. 1 in 20,000 reback in its path. That means that deflection is 180. What is the observation? Now that there is a very small dense part present in that atom, and that size of that small dense part is very less compared to the total volume of that atom. Now, particle cannot penetrate through that center. That's why it reback in its path. That means in which path it incidented, in the same path it reflect. So these are the observation and conclusion. Now, based on that scattering experiment, Rutherford gave that Rutherford model. According to that model, there are two parts. Uh, Highly dense, positively charged center, that is called nucleus. Around the nucleus, electron rotate in a circular path. Most of the mass and all positive charge of atom concentrated in that nucleus, and total negative charge of all the electron equal to that total positive charge of that nucleus. Now, in Rutherford model, see, there is no existence of that neutron because neutron discovered later. So, in that model, neutron does not exist. Okay, in that model. So, don't write that. The nucleus contain neutron. Okay, neutral particle which is neutron. Next, limitation. Main limitation, see, if any charged particle rotate around oppositely charged particle, it continuously radiate energy. When a charged particle rotate around oppositely charged particle, it continuously radiate energy. And in a spiral path, its rotating radius decreases, and in a spiral path, ultimately it fall in that nucleus. So electron negatively charged, nucleus is positively charged. So electron continuously release energy, its rotating radius will decrease, and ultimately in a spiral path it fall in the nucleus. So Rutherford model cannot explain the stability of atom. During that radiation, it continuously radiate energy. So when it continuously radiate energy, the resulting spectra is continuous spectra. But actually atomic spectra is line spectra or discontinuous spectra. So that is the second limitation.